Hi, and welcome back to Stop Being Sold. My name is Michelle, and I'm here with Brian. And in today's video, we're going to discuss if all of the hype around NFTs can create a new asset class and possibly rebuild the financial system as we know it. Now, in 1971, we went off the gold standard. That was and it really did change the financial system. And a whole new set of asset classes and sources of revenue popped up.
Yep.
So maybe it's presumptuous to assume that the rise of NFTs will create a similar situation. After all, NFTs are in their infancy. But from what I'm seeing, Brian, and what you and I've talked about on this channel, it's evolving. NFTs are evolving very, very quickly.
Yeah, Michelle, it's not presumptuous. NFTs are the future. I never realized how big the potential was or what you could do. Everybody said, oh, it's a Jpeg. No.
Art or it's this.
Can you imagine not ever walking into the Department of Motor Vehicles ever again? Can you imagine having lifetime access on your phone to your car title, the deed to your house, your driver's license, maybe even your passport? You can get pulled over and officer could ask you for your NFT wallet, which houses everything about you. It's kind of revolutionary. When I was at the Bitcoin conference in Miami earlier this year, I was in a session where a major bank was talking about closing home sales with NFTs. No more title offices. Everything was done electronically through your wallet. Okay.
Huge. That would be amazing. I know, like you just mentioned, a lot of people are like, oh, and NFTs are JPEGs. From my experience, NFTs are collectibles. This is what people talk about. It's collectible art, or it's avatars in gaming, or it's buying digital land, because, that's really what's the rage right now. I mean, let's face it, car titles aren't so sexy.
No, boring.
Boring, right? I mean, DMV, but as you mentioned, obviously NFTs are so much more than just an avatar.
And as you said earlier, they're evolving. They're evolving very quickly. Listen to some of these stats. So Opensea, the big NFT marketplace, averages $260 million in NFT daily trading volume.
That's daily?
Daily right now.
Wow.
Their largest month of transactions was October of 2021, $3.5 billion in volume in 1 month.
Yeah.
And the market itself, Michelle, grew 10x from 2018 to 2020. And think about this. Jack Dorsey, founder of Twitter, sold an NFT of his first tweet for $2.9 million.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And think about all the celebrities and big name corporations that are now entering into the NFT space. It's massive. So
it is massive. It's really big. All right. So before we dive in and we talk about more about the future of NFTs, I got to plug our channel. If you like the content of this video, hit that button, hit the like button, helps us grow. And then also make sure to subscribe so you don't miss another video from us. We talk about everything from NFTs to crypto to self-directed IRAs, 401ks, you name it, anything that will help you make better decisions about your financial future. All right. So I wanted to, before we talk about NFTs as a possible new asset class, let's define an asset class.
Okay. Asset class. It's a group of financial instruments that have similar financial characteristics and behave similarly in the marketplace. Some examples: stocks, bonds, commodities, and even cryptocurrencies. And, Michelle, earlier you mentioned about the US dollar leaving the gold standard in 1971. When this happened, we see a huge rise of commodities like oil, which saw a four-fold increase in prices within 2 years of Nixon leaving that gold standard. So this is a dramatic change that could happen. What's happening right now with the massive increase in commodities, not including oil, but think about the food and everything else with inflation and everything kicked in here. So.
Okay. All right. So that's an asset class. most people don't actually know what an NFT is or a non-fungible token. And I don't want to assume that any viewers know. So can you just give a real quick, 1 minute overview of what non-fungible tokens are?
Yeah, they're JPEG.
Yeah. No, they're not. No, they're not, Brian.
No. Anyways, non-fungible means it can't be exchanged for another one of the same item or duplicated. Okay. It's like one of a kind. Think of a rare baseball card or some artwork like the Mona Lisa, right? Okay. There's only one of them. So you can't exchange it for another one of the same thing. Okay. And NFTs are tokens that are created in this space. It's called minted. So you're minting your NFT on a blockchain like Ethereum, Polygon, Cardano. There'll probably be other ones coming out in the future too. They represent a unique ownership of digital items. And when you mint it on the blockchain, Michelle, they now can be tracked from creator to minter to owners indefinitely.
All the way, right.
It's huge. They cover a wide range of items like art, music, games, domain names, memberships, event tickets, virtual real estate, and any other type of collectible. Basically, Michelle, if you think it is a collectible, you can turn it into an NFT today. And by the way, make sure you check out our other detailed video. What the heck is an NFT? Yeah. And we'll drop that in the description below.
So quick question. You mentioned earlier about, NFTs can possibly be your driver's license, right? It could be your car title. That's because they're one of a kind. It's a unique ownership, or there's not two people that have similar driver's license. There's only one of you and one of your driver's license.
Yeah, and that's right.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to clear that up. All right. So back to the point of the video. Now that we know what an asset class is and we're clear on NFTs, is it fair to say that NFTs are a subset asset class of cryptocurrencies right now?
Yes. In my opinion, yes. And that's how they're going to be defined, because they're going to follow the cryptocurrency asset class. Sure. And it'll be a subset of it because you have to have cryptocurrency to be able to mint.
You have to have Ethereum or Cardano or Solana. Okay. All right.
Yep. So, and here's some other reasons. NFTs are a new type of crypto asset, and it combines art, a blockchain like Ethereum, and social communities. Social communities is a huge part of the NFT process. So you've got to, for an NFT to evolve, Michelle, you've got to have the community behind it. The community dictates how well these actually evolve into the future. And, they're a digital asset that can take many different forms. We've talked about some of the titles and the artwork and the deed to your house, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Also, NFTs allow you to own some Web3, which is where everything's going to today, towards the Web3 arena. And you kind of reference it back to the beginning of the internet. Remember?
Yeah.
I remember the heyday of the internet stocks in the late 90s. AOL. Remember that AOL stupid modem dial-up that you kept hearing? Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad to never have to hear that again. So, and if you believe Web3 is going to be the next big thing, NFTs give you the exposure to that Web3. So that's one of the reasons why I like it, because it's your entryway into the Web3. The values of NFTs, Michelle, move on supply and demand, just like other assets.
Other assets, right?
Yeah.
And the risks are like other assets as well, right?
I was just going to say, yeah. Think of the demand. When demand weakens, Michelle, with any type of asset, it drives down the prices, right? Sure. Or if the projects are failing to grow, like stock companies, investors sell them and get rid of them, right? So it's the same thing as in comparison to the stock market.
Okay.
NFTs, we talked about the communities. They have built-in communities. Discord and Twitter are the two biggest sections that use it. And we're talking in the millions of users. You can tell an NFT project's the type of value behind it when you
By
see
what's going on in the chatter.
Yeah, and how involved the community is and how big the community is. If people are scrambling to try to get into a community, it kind of like perks up your ears. It's like, whoa, I might need to be watching this.
Yeah, I'm currently in a Discord for the Georgia Bulldogs NFTs, and I mean, right before they even launched, it's constant, you know. And then, of course, when there were games going on, this is before, you know, championship stuff. It was just like, what, you know, talking about scores and things that had, yes, they had to do with the NFT, right? But we're outside of that.
It's cool. It's cool. And think about this too. They're decentralized.
Yeah.
So there's no central ownership. And you can show social proof. And to some people, Michelle, shows a status symbol of wealth to some people. So I love NFTs.
So based on, so based on everything you just said, I mean, I'm assuming the answer is yes, but I don't want to assume. Is it a real possibility that NFTs could rebuild the financial system as we know it?
Absolutely. You know, I was at the North American Bitcoin conference in Miami earlier this spring. I saw a whole new way of life with NFTs. Yeah. The average Joe and Jane could finally step into investments that were affordable and make just ridiculous life-changing returns. Yeah. I never seen anything like it. And as with any investment of class, of course, do your own research. For sure. DYOR. So.
And a lot of it, I mean, this is when you need to get into the Discord space or the Twitter space and really just chat and see what's going on. And also, do they have a roadmap for the plan and what's, you know, for the NFT?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where are they going with it? What are their plans with it? And if it, just like any other investment, Michelle, think about this. If it sounds too good to be true and their NFT roadmap is showing some stuff that's just so far out there that no one in their right mind could believe that it would actually happen, might be a good piece of advice to stay away. So
sure. Gotcha. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another video from us. And do check out the video we did on what the heck is an NFT. We've dropped the link below the video here in the description. So
awesome.
Thank you, Brian. Everyone. And thanks again, everybody.
Thanks.